The most rewarding part of this process was seeing everything come together. I'm Jelena Storovich. I am the District 62 art facilitator, and I have been teaching in District 62 for 24 years. I have had the opportunity to teach at several of the schools within the district. We have a very talented art department, and bringing those talents to the schools in this mascot project was a wonderful thing.
Hi, I'm Howard Cantor. I usually say art teacher at Algonquin Middle School, but 10 weeks ago I retired. 33 years in the same room, which was overall a wonderful experience.
I'm Carly Cantor. I'm the art teacher at Chippewa Middle School, and I've been in the district for 4 years now. It was a really cool opportunity to create something that was going to be used all around the school.
My name is Jessie Arnold. I'm the art teacher at Iroquois Community School. This is my 20th year at Iroquois and my 26th in the district. Before I taught at Iroquois, I taught at Central, South, Algonquin, and Terrace. I know it was a long process, and we first had our NJHS students research animals that were important to the Iroquois tribe, and then they narrowed it down to 3 choices, and they made a whole presentation, which they showed the staff, the parents, the homerooms, and then we all voted on it as a community.
And it was important to me that we didn't just pull images from Google, and there's so many. These animals are common images in a way, and I had decided that I would go on National Geographic video clips and YouTube clips and screenshot images that I thought were relevant to the initial sketches. I did that as references and then made sketches. Sketch is what I wanted to do, and then talk with, Jelena on the art department, and certainly Jessie and Carly, and allow them or just have them modify, change, go back and forth on a text and make another sketch and another sketch.
And then I took those sketches and made them a little bit more graphic and linear with some Micron pens and Sharpies, made them into black and white, more graphic style art. And then they moved on to my Aunt Jessie, or Mrs. Arnold, and she created the digital versions with the correct colors. So it was a really collaborative step-by-step process, and we sent them back and forth to each other to adjust some things. So I was kind of step 2 in the turning the sketch into something that could be made digital.
From my end, there was a lot of resizing and measuring and making sure that from a graphic design standpoint, they were all cohesive with the color and the shape and the size. The challenges in general was for me to take a nature drawing and somehow come up with a mascot for that nature drawing. And there were a lot of animals that were very similar. Like you had a puma and a cougar and a panther, which all kind of looked the same. There were a lot of birds, and of course the wolf and the wolf pack. We had Howard and Carly and Jelena draw the nature drawings, and then they would send them to me. I would import them into Procreate, and then I would put them on the background, which we also came up with as a team because we wanted it to be coherent across schools, and we also wanted it to go along with the D62 background we had. And then I just started color blocking all the animals.
One of the goals that we had in creating all the logos was to create something that had each school's individuality, but also all the logos look like they're supposed to go together.
This is our image and this is our school. So it's kind of a symbol for a sense, a logo, a symbol for a sense of pride, or we are a team. I just think it is nice in that same fashion when high schoolers are proud to wear their Maine West Warrior uniform, or they have their logo and they have it on their jackets and on their shirts. I think you can get a sense of that, or the kids can get a sense of that, and their families, when they're in elementary school or when they're in middle school.
Really excited to see these logos throughout the district. and for people to enjoy them and to feel a sense of pride in their school.
I am really proud of the work we did. I love seeing them all together. I love how every school looks different, but it's also cohesive. I really enjoyed working with my department because even though we are a department, we don't usually get to collab together. So that was a fun part of the process. And it's nice as an artist to go out in the community and see your work.
This is rewarding. This is rewarding not just because I'm participating in something that maybe has a long-lasting effect on the district, but the strange freakonomics of the situation is I was here 3.5 decades, and now my daughter is teaching at Chippewa and she's in year 4, and my sister-in-law is teaching at Iroquois and she's in year 25 or something she probably doesn't want me to say. And yes, and Yelena and the art staff, participated as well, but for the generations to work together to produce this is really, like, there's a word out there, but it's kind of indescribable. It's a really good feeling.
Well, one, I'm in a relatively special circumstance because this is an art teacher collaborative project, but also a family collaborative project for me. I grew up in this district, even though I didn't go to school here, with my dad being Mr. Cantor of 30-some years at Algonquin. So getting to participate in something like this that has such an impact on this district, which has had such an impact on me, is a really cool thing to be a part of. And it's awesome to see the schools, especially like Chippewa, where we spent a little bit of time not having a logo, having the students have something to identify with and put on their papers and draw. So to see them try to draw what I drew is pretty cool.